and center. Tonight's Western Athletic Conference matchup is between the Tarleton Texans and your California Baptist University Lancers. Tonight's game is presented by Dutton Buick Cadillac GMC. At this time, we ask that you please stand first for a word of prayer and remain standing for our national anthem. Let's pray together. Our Father, we thank you for this day that we can come together and enjoy this athletic fellowship. We thank you for these two teams and the institutions that they represent. We pray that everything that is said, everything that is done tonight, both on and off the court, will glorify you. Please help all the competitors play to the best of their ability. Keep everyone involved in tonight's game free from any injuries, and we ask this all. In the name of your Son, Jesus, amen. For the performance of our national anthem, please welcome the CBU Pep Band.
And step inside the CBU Event Center, and we go right to the tip-off between California Baptist and the Texans from Tarleton here on ESPN Plus. My name is Pep Fernandez. Big-time Western Athletic Conference game. Two teams in the middle of the pack right now trying to get some separation and climb their way towards the top. Shamir Bogues hits the first bucket of the game for Tarleton. They come in at 10-9 overall, 3-3 in the WAC. CBU at 11-8 overall, also 3-3 in the WAC. And right now there's a logjam in the middle of those standings. Everyone trying to chase down undefeated Seattle. Utah Valley also up there. Three-pointer, Trey Armstrong, a little bit long. Offensive board, Reed Nottage. Taryn Armstrong has it. Drives inside, a little bit of contact. No whistle on the play. Taryn got it anyways. 2-2. Take a look at the Altura Credit Union starting lineups tonight. We'll start with the visiting Texans from Tarleton. It'll start like this. Freddie Hicks, Shamir Bogues, Lou Williams, Shakur Daniel, and Keandre Gaddy, your starting five for head coach Billy Gillespie. And for CBU, head coach Rick Croy will run them out like this. Riley Batten, Taryn Armstrong, Reed Nottage, Hunter Goodrick, and Trey Armstrong, your Altura Credit Union starting five for the Lancers. Tarleton 2, CBU 2. Goodrick hands it off to Nottage, back out to Riley Batten. There's Trey on the far wing. Drops it off for Taryn. Trying to get it to Batten, out of bounds. It'll be Lancer ball from the baseline. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and we got our first sub of the game. Lou Williams out, and Noah McDavid in for Tarleton. Taryn, baseline, into Goodrick. Goodrick backing down Hicks. 4 on the shot clock. And we got traveling the call on Hunter Goodrick. Ball goes back to the Texans. Daniel brings it across the timeline for Tarleton. CBU has never lost to this Texans team. Not a lot of history between the two schools, but CBU 3-0 all time against Tarleton. Gaddy has it up top, over to his right to Daniel. 10 on the shot clock now. Nottage defending. Daniel down towards the baseline, stops his dribble. Gaddy, they swing it around into the corner. 3 on the way, and it is good for Shamir Bogues. And he's got all 5 right now for Tarleton. 5-2 Texans. Taryn Armstrong, the drive and the kick to Batten. He puts it in drive, spins. Into the corner to Reed Nottage, trying to get it down low to Goodrick. Knocked out of bounds, still be CBU ball. Trey Armstrong will inbound. 15 on the shot clock. Play it into Taryn. Taryn still has it, defended by Bogues. He'll back it out. 8 on the shot clock. He'll have to hurry up here. Taryn the drive and the kick out to Trey. Now he shoots the 3. No good. Rebound Bogues. Hicks, Daniel. Now they're going to work it into the post. There's Freddie Hicks. Now it's Bogues driving from the baseline. Left hand, good. Bogues with 7 points for Tarleton to crack open this game. Bogues 7, Lancers 2. Taryn over to Reed Nottage. Knocked out of bounds by McDavid. Lancer ball from the sideline, right in front of the Texans bench. Into Taryn. Taryn with the only bucket of the game so far for the Lancers. 10 on the shot clock again. Out to Batten, fakes the 3, drives in for a closer look, fakes, puts it up and in. First field goal of the game for Riley Batten. He had 18 in that big win against Grand Canyon a week ago. 7-4, Tarleton on top. McDavid defended by Armstrong. Plays it back up top to Daniel. Daniel defended by Nottage, now into the post. Gaddy to the right, puts the shot up and he draws the foul. So Gaddy will head to the free throw line for the Texans. The Jensen keys to the game look like this. For CBU, how about a balanced offense coming off a season high in conference play, 79 points against Grand Canyon, and 9 different players scored in that big win against the Lopes, and rolling deep. They connected on 12 three-pointers in that game and a season high 44% from three-point land. Can they be rolling deep again tonight in a full 40 minutes? CBU trying to put together a strong first half and a strong second half to complete the win. See if they can get that done tonight against the Texans. Gaddy at the free throw line. Second one off the back of the iron, no good. But we'll stay right here with Tarleton. Tiger Booker is checked in, and he's running the point right now for Coach Gillespie. 10 on the shot clock. Booker driving to his right, the drive and the kick into the corner. Three-pointer short, rebound Goodrick. Goodrick brings it up the floor. Goodrick driving inside and traveling. That's the second traveling call on Hunter Goodrick in this game. 8-4, Tarleton with the early lead here against California Baptist. We'll be back on ESPN+.
Enlisted in the Navy in 1992 as a data systems technician. 30 years later, he's still serving on active duty in the Navy, currently as the intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance department. His sea service included multiple deployments in support of force op protection on the coast of Haiti, NATO operations during the Bosnian War, operations octopus of Western Africa and rescue operations during the war in Zaire, humanitarian assistance following the tsunami that destroyed the Fukushima nuclear facility in Japan, and operations in the Persian Gulf on 2 destroyers. During his 30-year military career, Commander Gustafson also spent 6 years in the U.S. Army as second lieutenant, following completion of the Army's Officer Candidate School in 2004. Commander Gustafson returned to the Navy as a senior intelligence officer in 2008. Commander Gustafson has earned the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, Army Achievement Medal, NATO Service Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Iraqi Campaign Medal, Kosovo Campaign Medal, the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge Gold Award, and other service and unit awards. Alongside Commander Gustafson, and presenting him with a token of our appreciation is Aaron Ellman from Alpha Business. Thank you for your service, Commander Chris Gustafson.
Welcome back to Riverside, 8-4. Tarleton with an early lead against the Lancers. Take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC impact players tonight. Riley Batten averaging close to 10 points per game. Had that 18 on GCU the other night. And Trey Armstrong, 4 of 6 from downtown in that victory as well, shooting close to 40% from long range. For Tarleton, Freddie Hicks, the leading scorer on the season for the Texans, checking in at just over 17 per game. You can see he's got his left hand bandaged up. He missed about a month and a half with the injury. And then Lou Williams, close to 12 points per game. He had 14 the last time out for the Texans. It was a 20-point loss on the road against first place Seattle U. Those are your Dutton Buick GMC impact players. Texans with a 4-point lead. Booker has it, driving to his left. Going inside, back out to Hicks. Fakes, drives right. Hicks over Goodrick. It's up, bouncing around, no good. Taryn Armstrong comes down with it. And the foul's going to be on Booker. Substitution for both teams. For CBU, Joe Quintana and Belando Chiqueño check in as we take a look at the foul committed by Booker. Shakir Daniel back in for Tarleton. 8-4. Texans with the early lead here. Bogues with 7 of those 8. Jump ball, and it'll be CBU possession. Chiqueño from the baseline. Plays it into Quintana, back out to Batten. Batten with it, holding on to it, trying to get to Chiqueno. He does. Chiqueno's going to drive inside. Back out. Reed Nottage for three, and it's nothing but Nottage. And it gets the Lancers back within a one. The first three of the night for CBU. It belongs to Reed Nottage. There's Bogues. He's got 7 points early on for Tarleton. He's had the hot hand. 3 for 3 from the field, including a three-pointer. That one, no. Rebound, Goodrick. Goodrick up ahead to Chiqueno. Chiqueno to the opposite side to Nottage. Now inside to Goodrick. Back out to Batten. Top of the arc, going behind his back. The drive and the kick to Nottage. Can he do it again? Of course he can. Reed Nottage dials up from deep again, and it's 10-8. Lancers take their first lead of the game. Nottage now with 6 on back-to-back threes. 10-8 Lancers. Gaddy down low. No good. Another rebound for Goodrick. Goodrick, the drive out to Quintana. Steps back on the wing. Three's on the way. Rattles out. Rebound Hicks. .8 Lancers. Hicks with it. Daniel on the wing. He's going to take it back up top. 10 on the shot clock for the Texans. Daniel drives inside. Stood up by Batten. Gets the shot off, and it's good for Daniel. Ties the game at 10. Just under 13 to play here in Riverside. All even. Texans 10, Lancers 10. Remember, CBU has never lost to Tarleton. 3-0 all time. Batten. Double teamed. Trying to dribble out of it, stops his dribble. Now back up top to Quintana. That is a very deep three. Does not matter. Joe Quintana hits it anyways. 13-10 Lancers. They regain the lead. And they've got the hot hand from outside right now. Reed Nottage with a couple threes. Joe Q now with a three of his own. Remember, they dialed up from deep 12 times against GCU in that big rivalry win against the Lopes. That was a week ago, the last time out. Down low, Gaddy, no. Rebound, Nottage. 13-10 Lancers. Chiqueno drives inside. Nice spin move. Get in there. Chiqueno with a nifty move in the left hand. Good. 15-10 Lancers. Chiqueno with his first bucket of the night. CBU, I know it's early, but shooting 57% from the field. Bogues out to Hicks. Wide open on the jumper attempt. No good. Rebound, Goodrick. Oh, heads up play by Goodrick. Over to Batten. Batten to Nottage. Out to Chiqueno. Chiqueno plays it into the post to Goodrick. Double team by Hicks and McDavid, it looked like. Or is that Daniel? It was Daniel, but a foul called on the play nevertheless. We got a timeout here in Riverside. The Lancers have stormed back. They got the lead 15-10 thanks to some big-time threes from Joe Quintana and Reed Nottage. We'll be right back.
And now it's time for the Jensen Pizza Delivery.
And welcome back, everybody, as we take a quick peek at the WAC basketball standings going into tonight. Seattle U on top, still undefeated. The Redhawks 6-0. Utah Valley and Southern Utah checking at 6-1. And there's California Baptist and Tarleton, both 3-3 in conference play. That's why this game is so important for both teams. Those are your WAC basketball standings. Back to live action here in Riverside. Lancers 3 of 6 from deep. They've got a 15-10 lead. Scotty Washington is checked in. So has Jelani Stone. Chiqueño, the drive, pass inside to Stone. Double team, puts up the shot, he got it. Oh, traveling the call. Strong move inside by Jelani Stone. Number 23, Ja'Cory Smith has checked in for the Texans. Number 33, Gary Clark has as well. Clark over to Bogues. Bogues scored the first 7 points of the game for Tarleton. 10 on the shot clock. Daniel up top. Smith driving inside over Stone, short. Goodrick has it. Goodrick across the timeline for CBU, holding on to it. Hands it off to Quintana. He's going to drive in for a closer look. The floater, and he's fouled. Quintana will go to the free throw line. Nice drive inside by Quintana. And he's got 2 free throws coming up. 10:21 on the clock.
Joe Quintana at the line for the Lancers.
Quintana, a 70% free throw shooter on the year. First one is good. And as a title partner and as part of their commitment to the WAC, Hercules Tires is donating $1 for every free throw shot made during this year's basketball regular season. The donation will be used to benefit student mental health initiatives conference-wide. Hercules Tires, mental health strong. Second free throw for Quintana, also good. He knocks down both. It's now a 7-point lead for the Lancers. Shooting 67% from the floor right now. Tarleton, 33%. Clark to his left, over to Daniel. Driving inside. That one's no good for McDavid. Follow up, Clark, and he is fouled.
Called against Lancer, number 32, Jelani Stone.
Foul's going to be on Jelani Stone.
At the line for the Texans, number 33, Gary Clark.
Gary Clark headed to the free throw line for the Texans. First one is no good. 70% from the free throw line on the season for Clark. Booker is back in. McDavid checks out for Tarleton. CBU on a 13-2 run right now to grab this lead as Clark connects on the second attempt. 17-11. Lancers on top. Chiqueño. Back over to Nottage. There's Scotty Washington. He's going to drive inside. Washington strong to the basket. Good defense there. Corian Russian in the game for the Texans, number 25. Still Lancer ball, 12 on the shot clock. From the baseline, Chiqueño into Quintana. 10 on the shot clock. Up top to Nottage. Chiqueño, 5 on the shot clock. And traveling the call, little hop step by Chiqueño. Gives the ball back to Tarleton. That's going to be the 4th turnover of the game for CBU. Tarleton has not turned the ball over yet in this game, doing a good job taking care of the basketball. But they have missed 8 of their last 9 shots, and they trail by 6 right now. Drive it inside. Daniel switches to the right hand. Tough move there by Daniel. 17-13. Washington to the wing. There's Nottage. He did it again. Reed Nottage buries his third three of the game. 20-13 CBU. Shot is up. It's short for Russian. Daniel. Jumper no. Stone goes up and gets it. And he draws the foul. The foul's going to be on Gary Clark. Take another look. Jelani Stone. Well documented. This guy's got hops. Rips down the rebound and foul on the Texans. Gary Clark. CBU up by 7. Inside, Quintana, the touch pass out to Nottage. That one's short. Great looking touch pass though from Quintana. Russian. Bogues into the post to Clark. Clark stops his dribble, trying to find out what he's gonna do with the basketball. Back out to Booker. Booker jumper. Good over Chiqueño. That was a tough jumper. 20-15. Tiger Booker with his first field goal of the game. Chiqueño driving inside. Back out to Washington. He's left alone for 3. No good. Booker's going to push it up for the Texans, trying to get around Washington. All kinds of Lancers in the neighborhood, including Stone. Stone and Booker are trailing the play. Washington on the other end puts up the shot, and he's fouled. We're going to have a timeout. Some free throws coming up for Scotty Washington when we come back. CBU on top, 20-15 on ESPN+.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Welcome back to the CBU Event Center, 20-15. Lancers in front of Tarleton right now. Let's take a look at the Altura Credit Union Athletes of the Week. You can root for the credit union that roots for you. Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our Athletes of the Week are from CBU Men's Dive, Gael Jimenez, and CBU Women's Water Polo, Jamie Hutton. Congratulations to Gael and Jamie, the Altura Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week. Washington at the free throw line for CBU. 2 free throws coming his way. The first is all good. Washington's first points of the night. First point of the night, I should say. Here comes the second. Off the mark, out of bounds. No, Tarleton kept it in play. Texans ball down by 6. Shamir Bogues with 7 points, the first 7 for Tarleton in this game. Maybe they can get him going again. Daniel with it, 10 on the shot clock. Daniel the drive and the kick into the corner, three-pointer, no good for Smith. Bodies on the ground, Smith comes out with it, trying to find someone to get the ball to. He does, into the corner. That three is short for Bogues. Washington from the wing. Three no good, offensive rebound, Nottage, back out to Washington, mid-range Jay, that one off the iron, another offensive board, that time it's Batten to Taryn, to Washington, the extra pass into the corner, that three's no good. Couple good looks for CBU, just could not find the bottom of the bucket. 21-15. Booker has it for Tarleton. Driving inside to Bogues. Back out to Smith. He's going to drive inside with the shot clock winding down. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound to Washington. Tarleton 6 of 21 now from the floor. Nottage into the post, mid-post to Batten. Now he's going to face up on the basket. Back to the basket, the pass over to Quintana in the corner. Here comes the three. Rattles out on Quintana. Booker on the other end. He can't convert. Both teams have gone pretty cold in this game. The last time Tarleton played was against first place Seattle. They only scored 47 points in that game in a 20-point loss. And CBU, well, they like to play some low-scoring games too with some great defense. 21-15, Washington plays it out to Quintana. That three also no good. Batten another offensive rebound. Out to Taryn. He'll try the three. That one's no good. You know, the Lancers actually started pretty hot from the field, including from three-point land, but they have cooled off considerably. Now with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. CBU 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 12 from beyond the arc. Daniel shot no good, rebound Batten. CBU has missed 7 of their last 8 shots, and so has Tarleton. And the foul's going to be on Taryn Armstrong. Ball's going to go back to Tarleton. You be the judge. Maybe he shoved off a little bit with that forearm there. 4:37 on the clock. Reed Nottage is going to head to the bench. So you're 5 on the floor right now for head coach Rick Croy. Taryn, Trey, Quintana, Batten, and Goodrick. Booker has it, driving inside, Taryn defending, back out to Clark. Leaves it for Booker on the wing. Takes it up top. Booker. Long-range jumper just inside the three-point line is good for Tiger Booker. 21-17. So CBU has missed 8 shots in a row. Trying to fix that on this possession. Taryn driving inside, stops over to Batten. Gets a couple defenders up in the air. The reverse is good for Riley Batten. 23-17. So that scoring drought is over for CBU. But still overall a very low scoring first half between the Texans and the Lancers. Booker back to Smith, puts it up, no good. Battle for the rebound. I think it went off the hands of Riley Batten last, so it will be Tarleton ball here in Riverside. 23-17, the Lancers on top. It'll be Texans ball when we come back on ESPN+.
GMC Cadillac commuter race. We got 3 CBU students right here. They are each going to choose a color car. We got gold, we got blue, and we got white. And the winning car gets this awesome CBU hat. Everyone say, ooh. You are my little minions. All right, what color car are you going to choose? We got gold right here. Blue. We got blue, and you got white. All right. Lots of fans. What color car do you think
Welcome back to the CBU Event Center. Right now, Lancers on top by 6. And yes, it is Minions night. I think that's Vector, right? The orange suit, hanging out with the Minions. That's kind of cool to see. But yeah, always great support from the Crazies. And tonight being Minion night, I mean, who does not love the Minions? And to get Vector at the game, I mean, he could have been anywhere in the world, but he's here with us tonight watching the game. So that's amazing. 3:23 on the clock here in the first half. 23-17. California Baptist in front. Texans with the ball. Daniel on the wing, defended by Quintana, takes him down towards the baseline. He was met by Goodrick, played it out. There's Clark, and an offensive foul on Clark. Clark thought he was going to get the runner there. And you take a look. You be the judge. Clark into Quintana. Ball goes back to the Lancers. Quintana takes the charge. That's one way to get the basketball back. CBU up 23-17. Taryn still on the dribble. Pinned up in the corner now. Tosses it up top to Trey. He swings it to his left. Quintana fakes. And there's the foul. It's going to be on McDavid, who is closing in fast on Quintana. And that's going to send Quintana to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Joe Quintana at the line, shooting 1-and-1.
And Quintana drains the first. Earns the second with 2:52 on the clock. And he also hits the second. Quintana now with 6 points in this game. Second only to Nottage with 9 for the Lancers. Number 10, LeJay Jones has checked in for Tarleton. Daniel with it. Daniel going to his left. Good defense there by Quintana. Plays it back out to Jones. Driving inside, nowhere to go, McDavid. And shot clock violation. Good team defense there by CBU to prevent the shot. Ball goes back to the Lancers. CBU right now up by 8, but they've missed 8 of their last 9 shots. The Texans not much better right now. They've missed 7 of their last 8. We'll call it great defense by both teams. Out to Taryn Armstrong for 3. It's good. Taryn dials up from long range and makes it 28-17. So now the Lancers are up by 11. Their first double-digit lead of the night. Jones, left hand. Out of bounds. Last touch by CBU. It'll be Texans ball. Booker will inbound. Clark. McDavid. McDavid stops his dribble. Almost pulled his planted foot. Daniel down towards the baseline. Quintana stands him up. Passes out of it. There's Booker on the wing. That's a long jumper with the shot clock winding down. And Booker gets the shooter's roll. He's now got 6 in the game. Providing a spark for the Texans from off the bench. Bogues has 7 to lead Tarleton. And Booker now with 6. 28-19 CBU. 1:13 to go here before the break. Taryn back to Batten. Thought about a 3. Now he takes it into the post, double teamed. Trying to pass out of it. Deflected away by the Texans and out of bounds. Substitution. Reed Nottage returns. He'll replace Riley Batten. Out to Taryn. 1 minute. Taryn, no-look pass to Reed Nottage for three. Are you kidding me? Taryn Armstrong with a no-look pass. And of course, Nottage buries it. 31-19 Lancers. On the other end, Texans with the ball. Jones will try. A little bit long, rebound Taryn. Taryn up the floor. Trey Armstrong for three. No good. Nottage got his hands on it, tipped it out to Taryn. 15 on the shot clock. Taryn might try to work his Armstrong magic right here. Taryn goes inside, off the glass and good! Armstrong magic, 33-19. Taryn making some big-time baskets and big-time passes here in the final seconds, out of bounds with less than a second to play. And it will be Tarleton ball off the miss. Reed Nottage now with 12 points. He is 4 of 5 from long range. Taryn's got 5. Couple assists, couple rebounds as well. That shot is not in time, and that's how the first half will end. California Baptist on a 12-2 run to close out the first half, and they lead here at the half 33-19 against Tarleton. We will take a quick break in Riverside. When we come back, we'll have your Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half.
Here are the CBU Lancer Dancers. The Lancer Dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we have canines in flight. Homeless, high-flying frisbee dogs. All the canines in flight dogs are rescued from adopted from streets, shelters, and some amazing rescue organizations all over the country.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center. It is halftime here in Riverside, and California Baptist enjoying a 14-point lead on Tarleton right now, 33-19 the score here at halftime. Reed Nottage has been fantastic from the outside. He's got 12 points on 4 of 5 from long range right now, so he's had the hot hand. And for Tarleton, they've really struggled from the field. 8 of 29, just 1 of 5 from three-point land, and just 1 assist right now as a team for the Texans, hence the 14-point lead for the Lancers here at the break. Right now, let's take a look at the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. I think I got a hunch what it is. Yeah, Taryn Armstrong, the pass out to Reed Nottage. And check it out by Taryn again, drawing all that attention, the no-look pass out to Nottage for three. One of those 4 3-pointers in the game for Reed Nottage. And that is your Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. But there was a lot of great plays for CBU in the first half. When we come back here, we'll take a look at your Pepsi halftime highlights and stats. Right now, 33-19, CBU on top of the Texans.
Let's hear it for Crouton and Opal.
33-19 here at the break. California Baptist enjoying a 14-point lead on the Tarleton Texans. Take a look at the Pepsi halftime highlights in this one for CBU. Looking really good in this one, especially Reed Nottage, the hot hand from the outside, 4 of 5 from deep. There was 1 from Reed. Here is number 2 from Reed in the corner. Shooter's going to shoot, and that's Reed Nottage. And then Taryn Armstrong, 2 driving inside the contact and goes high off the window. Take another look as Taryn Armstrong's got 7 here at the break, 2 assists, 2 rebounds as well. Riley Batten double teamed here. Passes out of it up top to Joe Quintana. We know he can shoot it from the outside. He's got 7 points, including that 3-pointer there. He's also been 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Blondo Chiqueno, one of my favorite buckets from the first half, spinning, going to the left hand, got a little bit of roll on that one. And it goes inside the cylinder for Chiqueno, and then Reed Nottage again, take that, rewind it back. And Reed Nottage, 4 of 5. All his points, he's got a dozen, all of them coming from downtown. Taryn Armstrong to Riley Batten. Down low, gets a couple defenders up and goes to the reverse. 2 for Riley Batten. He's got 4 points in the game, 3 rebounds as well. And then Taryn Armstrong from the outside as a team, 6 of 17 from 3-point land. And here comes the fourth and final three from Reed Nottage. Again, he's got a dozen with 5 rebounds as well to lead the way for CBU. Those are your Pepsi halftime highlights. How about your Pepsi halftime stats? Field goal percentage, the Lancers doing a good job at 45%. Tarleton barely over 27 right now. Rebounding, favoring CBU 21-15, as are the assists, 7-1. Just 1 assist right now for the Tarleton Texans, and that belongs to McDavid. 3-point field goals, 6 of 17 for CBU, 1 of 5 for Tarleton, and points in the paint also favoring the Lancers, 10-6. Those are your Pepsi halftime stats. We'll take another break here in Riverside. When we come back, oh yeah, the Dogs are back too, if you saw the women's game. When we come back, though, this week in Lancer Athletics and your provider schedule look ahead. We'll be back from the CBU Event Center.
For you, Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our athletes of the week are from CBU Women's Water Polo, Jamie Hutton, and from CBU Men's Dive, Gail Jimenez. The next CBU Interest men's home game is Wednesday, February 1st versus Southern Utah. Game time 7 o'clock. The next CBU Interest women's home game is Thursday, February 2nd against New Mexico State for Education Day. Game time 11 a.m. Tickets are now on sale by visiting cbuinterest.com/tickets. Lancer fans, Fox Sports AM 1350 is the flagship radio station for CBU men's basketball. The new radio home will air all regular season games, both home and away. Each broadcast will feature pre-game and post-game shows with exclusive interviews with features. Make sure to tune in after the game on your way home to hear Coach Croy recap tonight's game. Only on Fox Sports AM 1350 and the iHeart Radio app.
Still halftime, but we're getting close to the start of the second half for Tarleton and CBU. Right now, take a look at the provider schedule look ahead for the Lancers. After tonight, they are headed off to Texas, taking on the University of Texas Arlington and then the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. That's January 25th and 28th, respectively. Then back home to take on Southern Utah. That will be a battle on February 1st. That's a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock tip here at the CBU Event Center. Then they've got Abilene Christian on February 4th. And then it's Utah Valley. Always a tough trip to go out to Orem. That's on February 8th. So that's the provider schedule look ahead for CBU. Another tough 5-game stretch coming up for the Lancers. Right now, Reed Nottage with 12 points at the break, 4 of 5 shooting from three-point land. He also has 5 rebounds. So Reed Nottage doing a good job to affect this game in several different ways. Hunter Goodrick, 6 rebounds, no points. But doing a good job on the boards, just like Reed Nottage. There he is, a great combination of rebounding and three-point shooting. Let's take a look at the Jensen second half changes in this one. How about Feed Reed? He's on camera right now, so why not? He's had the hot hand, 4 of 5. Shooter's gonna shoot. And Reed Nottage feeling it tonight. He's got a dozen points, the only player for either team in double figures right now. And how low can you go? The CBU defense doing a great job against Tarleton tonight. We mentioned the Texans have just 1 assist in the game as a team. That's pretty low. And then field goal percentage, just shooting 27%, which is pretty low. And 3-point field goals for Tarleton, 1 of 5. So that Lancer defense doing a good job on Tarleton and keeping their point total low. And winning on the board, CBU right now 21-15, holding that advantage and not giving the Texans a lot of second chance opportunities. We'll see if that can continue here in the second half. Those are your Jensen second half changes. 33-19, CBU in front of the Texans. 3-0 all time against Tarleton. Trying to push that to 4-0 with a win tonight. For Tarleton, Shamir Bogues has 7 points, and those were the first 7 points of the game for the Texans. But that still leads the way for them. Tiger Booker from off the bench has poured in 6 for Tarleton. Just hasn't been a lot of scoring on the Tarleton side. Again, they're coming off a 47-point performance against first place Seattle. The Red Hawks are tough, don't get me wrong. And that was a low-scoring game, 67-47 the final score. CBU on top right now, 33-19. CBU's played a lot of low-scoring games as well. They like to grind it out and use their defense to grab the upper hand, and it sure looks like that's panning out tonight. CBU will start the second half the same way they started the game. Batten, Goodrick, Nottage, Taryn, and Trey. For head coach Billy Gillespie, they're going to come out like this. It's Daniel, Bogues, Gaddy, McDavid, and Rod Brown. Seen Rod Brown in for the first time tonight. So a little bit of a different lineup for Tarleton to crack open the second half. Foul away from the basketball, and it's an offensive foul. Ball goes back to CBU. Tearing up the floor for the Lancers. Into the high post to Batten. Circling back around, Taryn. Goodrick still looking for his first points of the game. Goodrick backing down Brown. 8 on the shot clock, back out to Taryn. That one's disrupted, and there's Goodrick right on cue, looking for his first field goal of the game, his first points, and there it is, 35-19. Goodrick hadn't even attempted a shot in this game until that one. That's how well things are going for the Lancers right now. Goodrick, one of their top scorers, had not even scored, and they still have a considerable lead here on the Texans, 35-19. Daniel, driving, shooting over Reed. And Goodrick's gonna push it up in a hurry for the Lancers. The little bounce pass out to Trey for 3. Trey with the tray. Armstrong from long, and it makes it 38-19. Trey Armstrong with his first basket of the game. Good to see Goodrick and Trey Armstrong get it cracking here in the second half. Shot is up, no good, tipped out of bounds. CBU ball, substitution. Jones and Russian back in for the Texans. (38-19). 5-0 run to open up the second half for the Lancers. Taryn over to Reed Nottage, back to Taryn. Inside to Batten, into the post, turnaround on the baseline, good for Riley Batten. Silky smooth by the big man, 40-19. It's a 21-point lead now for CBU. Things are clicking right now for the Lancers. Shot is up, no good. The tip in also no good. Taryn up the floor. Underhand pass to Reed Nottage for three. That one is not good. Bogues over to Russian. Daniel on the wing. Dribbles back towards the middle. Bogues. Russian. Back out to Daniel. Got tangled up with Riley Batten. Coach Gillespie giving the officials an earful. He is hot. Oh man, here we go, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It looks like we're going back to live action, but the game inside the game right now is Coach Gillespie and some of these officials. Jones long jumper, no good. Taryn has it for CBU. 40-19 Lancers. Tarleton shooting just 24% from the floor. Batten inside, gets it to Goodrick, collects it. Jones defending, spins along the baseline, gets a couple defenders up and draws the foul. Hunter Goodrick is headed to the line. Ja'Cory Smith will check in for Tarleton in a moment. He's at the scorer's table. And Hunter Goodrick at the free throw line. Goodrick just 55% from the line this season. 33 of 60. And get in there. Rattles around and finally drops inside the cylinder for Hunter Goodrick. And here comes Smith. He'll replace Russian. Moraine Gatkuth checks in for Noah McDavid. Gatkuth checking in for the first time tonight. One more free throw coming up for Goodrick. Second on the way, and it is also good. So Hunter Goodrick knocks down a pair of free throws to make it 42-19. Gatkuth, top of the arc. Fires the long three, short off the front of the iron. Taryn up the floor. Trey has it. Stops his dribble, now inside to the mid-post to Goodrick, spins to his right. Ball knocked loose, and there's another foul on the Texans. It's going to be on Gatkuth. So CBU making an effort to get it inside to Goodrick a couple times down the floor, going into the post, and a couple fouls, and now Goodrick finds himself back on the free throw line. First free throw for Goodrick off the mark. Substitution for Tarleton. Gatkuth is out, and number 14, Javante Hopkins, is in. One more coming up for Goodrick. The second rattles out. Rebound Bogues. Bogues is gonna push it up in a hurry for the Texans. Shot is up and it is good. The basket will count. And the foul for Shamir Bogues. Bogues going right into Trey Armstrong. So now Bogues has 9 points. That leads Tarleton. He can make it 10 if he can knock down the free throw. Free throw is good for Shamir Bogues. So he's got 10 points in the game, his first of the second half. 42-22, so the Lancers still up big by 20. Batten. And he's fouled. Looked like he was fouled by a couple different players, but they're going to call it on number 23, Ja'Cory Smith.
Foul called against Texan number 23, Ja'Cory Smith. That's his first. Team's third.
Substitution in a moment. Looks like Tarleton's Jalen Thomas will check in. But first, the timeout here in Riverside. The Lancers rolling deep right now against Tarleton. 42-22 on ESPN+.
When your heating and air conditioning system stops working, how do you know who to call? Call one of those big corporations and you're just a number. But at Magnolia Heating and Cooling, we treat everyone like family. That's because we're family owned and based here in Riverside. Your neighbors trust Magnolia Heating and Cooling, and we've earned a great reputation over the years. Call to experience the Magnolia difference.
For any heating and cooling repair, call 1-800-2-GET-AIR.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted #1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
Welcome back to the CBU Event Center in Riverside, Southern California, 42-22. Take a look at this week in Lancer Athletics. CBU women's basketball with a big win against Grand Canyon this afternoon. Trinity San Antonio dropping 20 on the Lopes as they won 78-70 the final score. And now they will play at the University of Texas Arlington coming up on January 26th as they hit the road for Texas. And that's a quick look at this week in Lancer Athletics. Riley Batten at the free throw line for the Lancers. Misses the first. One more coming up for Riley Batten. 15:52 on the clock here in the second half. Knocks down the second. 43-22. Texans with the ball. Hopkins. Jalen Thomas is checked in for the Texans. He wears number 22. Hopkins with the left hand, drives inside, and it's good. 43-24. Coach Gillespie just trying to find some guys to score some points out there. Reed Nottage, a little bit long, offensive rebound, Goodrick. The Lancers continuing to dominate on the glass, nearly picked off by Thomas. Taryn Armstrong driving inside, and it is good. The dribble drive for Taryn Armstrong, 45-24. Taryn's got 7. Shot is up, short. Rebound, Nottage. Taryn up to 9 points, I should say. Taryn back out to Trey. Goodrick calls forward in the post, back to the basket right now. He's got the size advantage on Hopkins. Shot is off the window and good. Hunter Goodrick with 2 more. He's got 6. And for the Texans, just trying to find a combination that's going to work on the floor. Head coach Billy Gillespie has already played 15 different guys in this game. Shot by Daniel, circles out. 47-24 CBU. Goodrick. Back out to Trey Armstrong. 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here for the Lancers. Back to Goodrick. Blows past Jones. Jones recovers. Double teamed. 5 on the shot clock. Turnaround for Goodrick. No good. There's Daniel for the Texans. Daniel's going to push it up. Drops it off for Jones. He's going to back it out. Now spots up for 3. No good. Rebound Goodrick. Taryn walks it across the timeline. Lancers up by 23. Taryn. Pass over to the corner to Riley. Batten thought about a 3. Fakes. Now he's going to back down Smith. Out to Taryn. Swings it up top. One more pass to Trey Armstrong on the wing. And there it is. The extra pass pays off again for CBU as Trey Armstrong hits from long. 50-24. 26-point lead right now for the Lancers. Hopkins trying to muscle his way in. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Hopkins. Clark is back for the Texans, so is Gaddy, and for the first time tonight, tight end Archibald is in. On Minion night, the Lancers' lead is now 26. You could say it grew big time here in the second half. Blondo Chiqueño is in. Jelani Stone, Scotty Washington, Joe Quintana, Archibald the rebound. Daniel pushes it up, draws the foul. It's going to be on Quintana.
His first team foul, number 3.
From the sideline, Hopkins. Over to Daniel. Daniel into the post to Clark. Back out to Daniel. Jumper on the way, and it is good for Daniel. Makes it 50-26. Tarleton with just 7 points here in the second half, including that bucket there from Daniel. Jelani Stone puts it up and in. Muscling his way up. And it's good for Jelani Stone because that guy rocks. 52-26. The Lancers have officially doubled up the Texans. Archibald up top to Gaddy. Swings it to his left to Hopkins. Looking inside. Clark calls for it. Stone defending. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins fires the jumper. It's good. Knocks it down. Makes it 52-28. Washington plays it over the top to Stone, trying to bring it down out of bounds. Texans ball. And a timeout here in Riverside. That lead continues to grow for the Lancers, 52-28. We will be right back on ESPN+.
Jersey, everyone's pointing over here. It's Minion night, so we're looking for Minion themed. Let's go down here. Who it is? All right, I have someone in mind. Congratulations on winning Crazy of the Game. Make sure you guys go to every single game so you guys can become the next Crazy of the Game. CB what? CB what? CB what? CB what?
It's time now for the 10-6 Count.
Welcome back. Lancers on top 52-28, and they've been getting it done from the outside. 8 of 22 from three-point land. And Reed Nottage leading the way. He's got 4 3-pointers. Trey's got a couple as well. But as a team, 8 for 22. That's 36% from three-point land. Playing a big part in this big lead against the Texans. Clark, the turnaround's good for Tarleton. 52-30. Goodrick over to Washington. Chiqueño driving inside. Another difficult basket for Chiqueño. The guy's got incredible balance. 54-30. Seems like every basket he makes is acrobatic in style. He's always got the style points. Clark for 3 on the other end. No good. Offensive rebound. Gaddy, the putback and the foul for Keandre Gaddy. Makes it 54-32. Gaddy will go to the line. Off the miss. Gaddy cleans up the mess and the foul. So Hunter Goodrick is out for the Lancers, and Riley Batten is back. Gaddy at the line. And he knocks it down.
Gaddy takes it up to
54-33.
3.
10:08 on the clock, so just about the midway point of the second half. Chiqueño over to Quintana. 3 on the way, and the 3 is good. Joe Q knocks it down from the outside. We were just saying how well the Lancers have been shooting the ball from deep. There's another one. And another one. 57-33. Archibald. Back out to Daniel. Daniel tripped up a little bit, passes out to Archibald for 3. That one rims out. Rebound Quintana. There's Chiqueño, the fake, puts it up. Are you serious? Chiqueño does it again. Style points on every bucket for Blondo Chiqueño, and he's got a huge smile on his face. First, it was a great fake pass into the corner, then he took it high off the window, man. This guy is fun. Gary Clark, turnaround jumper. 59-35. Less than 9 to play. Blondo Chiqueño, must-see TV every time he's got the ball in his hands. Batting up top. Washington. Defended by Archibald. Washington trying to get around him. Stops on a dime, puts up the jumper. Good. Scotty Washington, a.k.a. Scotty Buckets, as they love to call him on social media. 61-35, CBU. The Lancers have made 5 baskets in a row. Tarleton on the other end. A couple more for Gary Clark. Texans starting to turn things around here. They've made 6 of their last 8 shots. Chiqueño. Back out to Washington. Buckets. Scotty Washington from the outside. Everyone dialing up from deep tonight. 64-37 CBU. Daniel has it for the Texans. Swing it over to Hopkins. Hopkins stood up by Chiqueño, so he'll step back, and the jumper is good. 64-39. Chiqueño takes a look over to head coach Rick Croy. 15 on the shot clock. Chiqueño's gonna drive inside. Almost did it again. Oh, it's gonna be an offensive foul. I think they're gonna get Jelani Stone. And they will. Foul will be on Jelani Stone. With 7:12 on the clock, California Baptist leading Tarleton and pulling away, 64-39. We'll be right back.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
7:12 to play in this one, 64-39. California Baptist leading Tarleton. Let's take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC drive of the game. Well, Blondo Chiqueño's had a couple of them. That was a pretty move right there. The spin going to the left hand and got a little bit of a shooter's roll there as Chiqueño gets a difficult basket, the one of many he's had tonight, and that is the Dutton Buick GMC drive of the game. Belongs to that guy, Blondo Chiqueño. Texans with the basketball. 7 minutes to go here in Riverside. Turnaround short. Foul against the Lancers. Riley Batten. That's going to be his third personal foul. McDavid. There's Clark again. Oh, they're going to say another foul. It's going to be on Reed Nottage this time. It's going to be his first personal foul. .6:47 on the clock. Clark at the free throw line. First one is good. And Clark hits both. Clark with 8 points for Tarleton. It's 64-41. Washington. Over to Quintana. That is a very deep three. Yes, he did. 67-41. Joe Quintana's up to 10 points. As a team now, the Lancers 10 of 24 from three-point land. Clark, no good. Rebound Quintana. Quintana over to Chiqueño. Back to Quintana. 6 minutes to go. Lancers are going to take their time on this possession, it would appear. Washington driving inside, tangled up with a couple Texans. And they'll get Tiger Booker on the foul.
Second personal, 15th foul.
Archibald and Brown check back in for Tarleton. 67-41. Chiqueño up top to Batten. Three. Riley Batten simply points to Chiqueño. He knew it was going in, 70-41. Three-pointer number 11 in the game for the Lancers. Remember, they had 12 threes against GCU. Right now they're at 11 here against Tarleton. And the foul, presumably on Riley Batten, and that would be number 4. It is, so 4 personal fouls on Riley Batten. Let's see if head coach Rick Croy will leave him out there. I mean, they are enjoying a 29-point lead right now. Substitution. Bogues is back for Tarleton. He'll sub out number 12, Tiger Booker. Shamir Bogues with 10 points to lead Tarleton. And Rod Brown at the free throw line for the Texans. First one bounces around on the 1-and-1, no good, but there is Clark, the offensive board and the putback. Clark now has 11 in the game. Putting in some good minutes from off the bench. Chiqueño drives inside, left hand. The left hand, the right hand does not matter. Blondo Chiqueño with 2 more. Bogues, defended by Quintana. Less than 5 to play here in Riverside. The turnaround for Clark, no good. Brown the offensive rebound. His follow-up short, tapped out of bounds. It'll be Texans ball. Substitution here for California Baptist. Stone is back, and he'll sub out Riley Batten. Batten with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and the 4 personal fouls as he exits the game. Maybe not for good, though. We might see him again, despite a big lead here for CBU. Quintana brings it up for CBU. Quintana's going to dribble out a little bit more time here. Now he's going to drive inside. The runner, Stone, his shot no good. Rebound Daniel. Daniel to Archibald. Catch and release. 3-point attempt no good. Blondo Chiqueño comes out with it for the Lancers. Stops his dribble, back out to Quintana on the wing. And there's another 3 for Joe Quintana. He is 4 of 7 from the outside. 75-43. And that is their 12th 3 of the game. 75-43 CBU. Bogues out to Archibald. He'll put up the 3. That one's no good, and another rebound for Quintana. We do have a whistle on the play. Looks like it's gonna be on, I think it's gonna be on Jelani Stone. We'll figure this out when we come back. Lancers up big, 75-43 on ESPN+. Brown at the free throw line for Tarleton. The 1-and-1, and he misses the first. Rebound by Stone with less than 3.5 to play here at the CBU Event Center. Lancers on top, 75-43. Washington back out to Chiqueño. Keanu Rasmussen, number 33, is checked in for the Lancers, trying to drive inside, and he's lost a little bit of control. No foul on the play. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll still be CBU ball. 11 on the shot clock. Chiqueño. And a timeout called by head coach Rick Croy. So we'll take a break as well. 75-43. California Baptist in command, trying to close out another WAC win. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 3:13 to go in this one. California Baptist on top, 75-43. And our Altura Credit Union player of the game is Joe Quintana. Not in the game right now, but he's made his mark. 16 points for Quintana, including 4 of 7 from downtown. Also a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Quintana, the leading scorer tonight for the Lancers, leading a balanced attack. And that's Joe Quintana, the Altura Credit Union player of the game. 3:13 to go. Lancers with the ball from the baseline. Chiqueño, Stone, Nottage, Rasmussen, and Washington on the floor right now for head coach Rick Croy. Nottage has a dozen points all in the first half. He's also 4 of 7 from three-point land, so he and Quintana have the same mark from distance. Nice pass down low. Hicks up with it, and it is good for Hicks. Freddie Hicks with his first basket of the game, and he's the leading scorer on the year for Tarleton at 17 points per game. 75-45. Washington. Chiqueño over to Rasmussen. Drives inside, loses control. Daniel has it. Hicks working on Nottage. Shot no good. Nottage comes out with it. Up ahead to Chiqueño. The alley-oop to Stone. Hauls it down, and there's the dunk, the high riser. Jelani Stone, 77-45. And we've got a stoppage in play here. Not entirely sure what they're looking at, but Stone had the big-time dunk there. It looked like it might be an alley-oop lob, but Stone caught it, brought it down, went back up with it. (77-45) Lancers. CBU shooting 56% from the floor tonight, 28 of 50 including 13 of 27 from three-point land. That's 48%. They've hit nearly half from distance. Jelani Stone, 4 points, 4 rebounds in this game. And here was Chiqueño lobbing it up. And the big dunk with number 5, Lou Williams, back in the game. Lou Williams on the season averaging just about 12 points per game, but 0 tonight for Lou. You know, we just mentioned Freddie Hicks just got his first basket of the night. He's their leading scorer at 17 per game. Looks like they're still reviewing it. We'll wait for the PA announcer to make the announcement. Fortunately, I'm not next to the official score, so I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe there was a technical foul on the dunk. Maybe there was a personal foul. We saw Lou Williams come underneath Stone when he slammed it home. Oh, it looks like they were just adjusting the clock. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So it had nothing to do with a potential foul. Checking in, number 20, Luke Winslow for Tarleton. So on this possession, I'm going to try to do some quick math and add up how many guys they've played now. I think it's at 17 or 18 right now for Tarleton. Rasmussen trying to tip it out to Chiqueño. Tarleton recovers, and there's a whistle on the play. Foul's going to be on Rasmussen.
First personal, team foul. Stepping up to the line.
17 players have entered this game for Tarleton. Clark leads the way with 11. Bogues has 10 for the Texans. First free throw is no good for Shakur Daniel. If you're a Lancer fan, you know what that means. Here comes the second, and he misses. That means free hot dogs for everybody here. That's why there was a huge roar. If you're wondering at home, maybe it came across the mic, maybe it didn't. So everyone very pleased that CBU is going to get a win tonight, but now everyone's going home with a free hot dog for a future Lancer game. Clark at the free throw line for the Texans, hits the first. Clark now with 12. Here comes the second free throw. And that one is good. Still a 30-point advantage right now for the Lancers. 77-47. Chiqueño, Rasmussen inside, the drive and the kick out to Nottage. He'll try the three. No good, rebound Clark. Winslow, Jones for three. No good, Rasmussen the rebound. He's gonna push it up the floor. Rasmussen back out to Washington. Lancers up by 30. Washington on the wing. The drive, the pass. Stone, Rasmussen on the outside. He'll try the three. Rattles out. Under a minute to go. Clark over to Winslow. Now down inside to Lou Williams. Daniel is there. Daniel back out to Winslow. He'll drive inside. Pass over to Jones. Baseline jumper. No good. Tapped around. Daniel taps it back out to Williams. 30 seconds. Williams. Daniel. And draws the foul with 24.8 seconds.
Foul call against Lancer number 12. Scotty Washington, that's his second.
CBU outscored Tarleton 33-19 in the first half. Here in the second half, they've outscored them 44-28. So a higher scoring second half, but that mountain too large to climb for the Texans as they trail by 30. Miss free throw for Daniel. And hits the second, 77-48. Chiqueno has it, and he's going to dribble out the final time on the clock. 12 seconds and counting here in Riverside. California Baptist is going to improve to 12-8 overall, 4-3 in the WAC. Tarleton will fall to 10-10 overall, 3-4 in the WAC as head coach Rick Croy and CBU get it done on their home floor. An impressive showing on both ends of the court as the Lancers win 77-48. Joe Quintana with 16, Nottage with a dozen, and Riley Batten with 10 to lead the way for CBU tonight. And for Tarleton, Clark with 13, Bogues chipped in 10, but it was not enough as CBU wins big time here on their home floor by 29 tonight. Next game coming up for CBU. They're going to take their show on the road, taking on the University of Texas Arlington. That's Wednesday, January 25th, 5 p.m. tip-off time here locally. So thanks for watching. My name is Pep Fernandez, saying so long from Riverside, California, where the final score is California Baptist 77, Tarleton 48. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
So how did everybody like that tonight? Especially the Indians over here. 77-48 the final score. We got head coach Rick Croy. Give it up for Coach Croy. Coach, tonight, and even going back to last Saturday against Grand Canyon, how well is this team playing right now?
Yeah, we're an improving team. We talked a lot about putting together a 40-minute effort coming into the night. You guys did it. Super proud of them. I'm very appreciative of the support. This is truly turning into an unbelievable environment every single day.
We want these visiting teams to know they're going to be in for a battle every time you come to CBU.
No question. And this is one of the best environments in all of California, definitely in SoCal, and we're very appreciative.
Head coach Rick Croy, everybody. Now this guy has the most fun name to say. Blondo Chiqueno. Say it with me. Blondo, every time you make a layup, man, you get style points. It's always something acrobatic. How well did the team play tonight?
I feel we did a great performance. It was a great team win, and on to the next one.
So, like I asked Coach Croy, you go back to Grand Canyon last Saturday, that was a huge rivalry win. And what was it, 29-point win tonight. This team is peaking right now, is that correct to say?
Yeah, I think y'all can see it. We won it all. And we feel like we're getting better every day, every game, and we're ready for the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blondo Chiqueno. CBU is going to hit the road for a couple games, back home on February 1st. We hope to see you then.
Thank you for attending tonight's game. Travel home safely and land.